Hello and welcome to another episode of the Enthusiast Experiment. Today we are checking out the brand new, just released iPhone 8. This is only going to be a quick unboxing and first impression. Once I get a little more hands-on time with it, you know how I like to do, then we'll do a review. Let's crack into it, huh? So I left all the plastics on here because this is, of course, the best part. Alright, and you can see we got the 256 model in black, which I haven't really seen too many people get their hands on yet. Got all the documentation on the front, which I'm sure you're familiar with if you've ever owned an iPhone. This is the phone itself. Set that aside for just a second. Got our charger, earbuds, adapter, and charging cable. All standard flare. Maybe one day these will be wireless, huh? Apple, huh? You want us to convert to wireless so bad, you take away the headphone jack. How about you give us some wireless headphones? Alright, the best part right here. Yep. One more. Nice. Alright, so there it is. Nice black aluminum there. It's got the glass, of course, on both sides. A lot cleaner messaging now. They were able to get all of the junk off of the bottom there. Apple logo underneath the glass. Got our camera and flash. If it'll focus a little bit. Nope, doesn't want to. And power button on the side, SIM tray. Again, speakers and volume buttons and silent or not. A couple of the quick features I'll just outline. If you guys are new to the channel, that's typically a rundown on a little bit of the stuff here, but it does have a glass back now instead of the aluminum back of the iPhone 7, which allows it to have wireless charging. Unfortunately, it's only at 7.5 watts instead of 15, so it is going to be a slower wireless charging than what Android and Samsung have been able to do for a while now. No headphone jacks still, kind of a bummer. I'm a budding audiophile, I'll put it that way, but it's still it sucks to have such a worldwide standard that everything is still continuing to pursue and use and not be able to have a headphone jack. I'm using a 7 now, so yes, I'm used to it, but it's still a pain in the ass. And honestly, for a company that like really got music back into our lives, for them to kind of also castrate is a little frustrating. The speakers are supposed to be improved now, so the front speaker here as well as the bottom speaker are supposed to be a lot more 25% louder, I think they said, something like that. So a lot better volume, a lot better separation, a lot more clarity. The screen itself is HDR and True Tone, so it's a little bit improved from the 7, but not the OLED of the X, obviously. One of my, I think, frustrations with this phone is that it's only available in 64 and 256 gigs. I think 128 was like the perfect size for an iPhone without, unless you're like super duper media heavy, then the 256 is necessary, but 64 is still too small to really make it, I mean, this shoots 4K and beautiful pictures, so you know, you're going to load it up with that pretty quickly, and even if you're offloading them, 64 still goes by really fast, especially if you use any apps. Another concern about the 8 versus the 7 is that they actually price hiked. So the 8 is, I think the base model is $50 more expensive, so it's kind of a bummer to see basically an S iteration. This is the 7S. Let's not kid ourselves. Apple, you may lie to yourself, but you can't lie to us. So the 8/iPhone 7S is now more expensive, which is kind of a bummer, seeing that it's basically just a S release. This still only has 2 gigs of RAM as it is the regular iPhone 8. The iPhone 8 Plus has 3 gigs of RAM, as does the X. That would have been cool to see for a price increase, to see at least 3 gigs of RAM in this as well. It does have the same camera physically as the 7, although this has the A11 Bionic processor. So Apple is hoping to make the images much, much improved over the iPhone 7 due to image processing, not physical hardware on this camera. I'm sorry, on this phone. And fast charging is supported finally for the first time in an iPhone officially. Yes, the 7 could do it, but you know, Apple is actually touting it as a feature in the 8. Again, a bummer here is even though we're paying more money, they don't even include a fast charger. So It seems like Apple's really hell-bent on making everyone pay for more for less, which is kind of frustrating. Although the benchmarks for this is pretty bitchin' from what I've seen so far. I won't have that on here yet. This was just a quick unboxing. I do plan on doing a few more videos once I get some hands-on time, get everything switched over to the new phone, you know, put it through its paces. We'll do some tests and everything like that. So stay tuned. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Let me know down in the comments below, are you getting an iPhone 8, waiting for the iPhone X, or switching to the Google Pixel, or, you know, upgrading to the Google Pixel 2, obviously. Let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing what's going on with you guys. And until we meet again, I hope you all have a great weekend, and take it easy.